Hello, beautiful friends. This is Tuesday, and I am bringing you the last of a few of the Empty Box series, round one. This was the original Empty Box series, and so I was getting down to the last little bits and bobs, and I had pulled some scraps and this piece of lovely paper from Die Cuts with a View, and decided that I was going to finish up this layout with some of the pieces from the empty box. So I was very familiar with it at this point, and I got very, very fast in my process because once you get familiar with the products in the empty box, it goes very quickly because you have an idea of what layout you want to make and what picture you want to use. So that's basically how this came to fruition. I was interviewing some different background pieces, and I kind of liked using some of my larger scraps to put behind my photo. This is a photo of me in Mexico, and I thought that it would be a cute selfie, and I thought this paper was very appropriate because I have a flower in my ear. We had just arrived, and I was basically just super excited to be there. I love the Caribbean, I love Mexico, and I love travel. So I'm going to end up fussy cutting out some flowers from this same paper pad in order to build up these clusters that I'm going to place towards the bottom of the page. But right now I'm kind of working on the upper portion of the page and using some of the enamel. Those little enamel triangles are from the Atwell collection, and I'm also going to use a word that says live from that same collection right there. So I believe I put a little bit of fussy, like thread, fussy, not fussy, a little bit of thread up next to the word live, and that label exactly where I need to be. I'm going to end up watercoloring those labels. Adventure Living Life in Color, that long label that you see, was actually, I think, a branding strip from that Die Cuts with a View collection. And the cut apart that says Dream Chaser was also from that collection. But you're going to see me bring in some of those flowers that I fussy cut out from that same paper pad as well. Also, I did end up using these enamel or epoxy, I guess they're epoxy stickers from Atwell, so I used those as well. I kind of struggled with that collection of stickers, but I ended up using quite a few for the empty box, so it's always a good idea to kind of mix and merge. And those three arrowheads are going to, well, they're going to be straightened up, but they're basically going to land in that area. Okay, so here you can see I did add a little bit of whitewash with the no yoking from Shimmers on the labels, and then I also did a little bit of sprinkling around the page, and this is where I decided I needed a little bit more fussy cut flowers in order to make another cluster because I felt like it was just a little bit off. Like it was so bottom heavy and top heavy. And you're going to see me add the title here. That is from the thickers that were called High Five. And that is Oh So Happy. So also that blue sticker that you see in the center is from the Atwell collection as well. So wanted to mention that. Oh my gosh, you can probably hear Bab in the background talking to the dog. Sorry. So there are those fussy cut flowers. I'm just going to build some of those up and add a little bit more thread for texture. And make sure that those flowers are built up around that title. I'm also going to bring in a chipboard piece that says Paradise. I'm also using just a little touch of foam double-sided tape to make those leaves sit up just a little bit on the page so they add dimension. And I like the way that looks. Yeah. Oh, it's not wanting to, it's actually not wanting to stick while I'm looking at it in person. There is that chipboard piece that says Paradise. Not sure where that came from. I do know that the label that says Today I Am Excited About Everything was from Pink Fresh Studio. And again, I'm just trying to figure out placement for some of these additional fussy cut flowers. And I may go back and add a few more splatters, and I think that's going to finish up the layout. Oh, I do build another cluster right there, so with those little flowers. I've really been enjoying doing fussy cutting. It seems like you can have a paper pad and just do so many things with it. It's absolutely enjoyable and easy to incorporate because the paper, of course, when you fussy cut from the same paper pad, it's going to match perfectly. I do end up covering up some of the end of this label because I felt like it was a little bit cut off, so I add that little fussy cut pear and a couple of more flowers. I believe the teapot came from the Paige Evans ephemera that was in the empty box. And I'm trying to think of what else may have come from the empty box. But anyway, I think that wraps it up. I really like how this turned out. I love all of the fussy cut flowers from the paper collection. I do love that I got to use some of the Outwell collection because I wasn't sure what to do with that. I'm almost positive I received it in a citrus twist kit and was like, I don't know. But I have found ways to use it because this is the empty box series. Yeah, that is it. I hope it inspires you in some way. I love the way it turned out. And I love that you may be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and I will have another video for you very soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.